What is good with y'all, man? So today we are going to be going over what are the best defensive abilities to use right now in Madden 22. We all know defense is a struggle, so hopefully this video can help you guys out a little bit on what abilities you need to use. And you're probably thinking, well, you don't really have many abilities yourself. I just don't really have the training. Training isn't very easy to get, but if you have the training, I'm going to give you a list of abilities that you can use. If I had the training, I would definitely go out and get all these abilities. Weekend League is today. Not going to be on it today. I will be on it tomorrow. But when I do get on it, I probably am going to, go out and get some abilities. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's start off with the safeties. So I know that there's not a whole lot of abilities for defense right now. So, I'm not going to just give you a bunch of abilities that even don't work. If there's only one or two abilities for a position, then it is what it is. But the first one I think that is pretty good is pick artist. Now, the reason why I like pick artist, and this is something that I myself am probably gonna put on before weekend league. Drop picks on this game are pretty crazy. Just catching animations and just all of that are just for the defense are just very bad. Obviously, offense, it's a whole other ball game. But defensively, it's it's not very good. So having pick artist out there will, if they try to throw that jump ball up, Ed Reed's gonna have a way higher chance of picking that thing off if he has pick artist on. So pick artist is definitely at the top of the list for the DBs. And acrobat isn't bad. I've used it. I've had it to where it was on like two of my corners in the safety. I just felt like most of the animations that I was getting with acrobat were just I don't know. I just felt like it didn't feel like it did last year. You can definitely put it on though. I would, maybe for the user, I would recommend it for your user, but I don't know. If you have the extra AP in training, you could go ahead and throw on the acrobat, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a priority. And honestly, the rest of these abilities, I really just don't think they're all that. I'm not a big fan of the flat zone KOs or the route KOs. Not a very big fan of those abilities, so really I would just say those ones for the DBs. And like I said, for your user, acrobat is pretty much just acrobat. I'm not really gonna go over abilities for middle linebackers because really there's just there's nothing they get, you know what I mean, besides one, why are they even on the field? The only time linebackers are on the field for me is when I'm in 3-4 just trying to stop the run. If a guy's coming out throwing the ball, there's no way you can have linebackers on the field or you're gonna get fried. So we can go ahead and look at the corners now. So safeties, we said what? Pick artist and acrobat. Corners, it's pretty much, I would honestly say pretty much the same thing. Pick artist, acrobat. I know some people, they've been using one step aheads, and I'll be honest with you, I've seen the one step aheads in action. I've played against some guys that got a couple one step aheads. They're coming at man coverage, they're trying to go crazy, and I just feel like man coverage is just really bad. Man coverage is just so bad this year that I feel like the one step aheads is just I feel like it's a huge waste of AP in training. I feel like they didn't really do anything because I played against guys that had three one step heads on the corners, and they got the the route KOs, and they're just getting their life out of the way. I just feel like because man coverage is just not very good this year, so that's why I'm not too big on the one step aheads for the corners. I would probably also just say acrobat and pick artist. Like I said, I'm also not a big fan of the KOs. I feel like the KOs are just I feel like this ability is just all talk. Improve reaction and catch knockouts and flat zones. I mean, I feel like this ability is a lie. Like I'm not a big believer in it. So pretty much the same thing for the corners, at least right now. So now let's get over to the defensive line. Now, there's definitely one ability in particular I would say that you definitely want to get on. You want to get under pressure on, especially if you have Jack Youngblood. You'll be able to get under pressure for pretty cheap. I think each ability is like 5 training, so I would definitely recommend putting on under pressure. And really, I'll be honest, that is probably the only ability, because I know only one defensive lineman in the game gets inside stuff, and that's Quinnen Williams. So besides him, at least I think he's the only one. I could be wrong. If there's somebody else, let me know. If there's anyone else in the game that does get inside stuff, I would definitely say go ahead throw on inside stuff. If there's 2 defensive line abilities I want to give you, it's definitely under pressure. How under pressure works is once your lineman starts getting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, it'll basically kind of mess with him a little bit and give him an under pressure and accurate, which is pretty big in this game because that could lead to a pick because defense is not very easy. So 2 defensive line abilities I'll give you is under pressure and inside stuff. But like I said, I don't really know everybody that gets inside stuff at the moment besides Quentin Williams, and I think someone else does get it. I could be wrong, but if not, then it pretty much is under pressure because a lot of these like Ripper, BOGO, extra credit, speed spinner, I feel like all those abilities, like they don't really do anything. Like they're just kind of a big waste in my opinion. So yeah, like I said, there's not too many defensive abilities that I could give you guys. I really only gave you guys a total of about 3 or 4. I mean, you're probably wondering what I have on Hargrave. It's just a built-in ability for him. I actually don't even know. Yeah, it's like a Ripper or something like that. I don't even know. It comes with them for free. But yeah, that's pretty much it though, boys. I mean, there's not really a lot of defensive abilities I could give you guys because at the moment there's just not a lot of abilities. I know I give you guys, a decent amount of offensive abilities, so you're probably thinking, defense, oh, you're gonna give us a nice amount of abilities. Acrobat, pick artist, under pressure, if you can get inside stuff, and that's really about it. A lot of these ones are just, and there's no point of like trying to, if you can't get all the way to the, you can get all the way to the 12 AP if you use just strictly those abilities and just get those guys that can get those abilities. You can get all the way to the 12 AP. Don't just try to get abilities just to put them on, because that's pointless. It's a waste of training. It's just very pointless. So I would definitely say use the abilities I gave you on defense. There's only a few. Just get guys that can get those abilities, and that's pretty much gonna do it though, boys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, go ahead and drop me a follow over on Twitch. I will be live tomorrow night, not tonight. I'll be live weekly tomorrow. And yeah, that's gonna do it. Your boy is out.